Hey, what is going on, guys? So it's been a little while since I've done this, but I want to do a series of short, simple reviews on some Kotobukiya option weapons. I think doing reviews of these weapons is useful because I think showing you guys how they compare, at least in size and detail, compared to different Gundam kits and frame arms kits and things like that, can be helpful for those of you if you're wondering about getting some of these option weapons for using with different kits. So hopefully you guys enjoy these type of just simple reviews on these. But we're going to start off today with just this M.S.G. This is the 06EX. This is the Samurai Master Sword red color version, so there's a few different color versions that they make of this. The actual color of the plastic doesn't matter that much because of course you can just paint that, but also the blade, the clear part, is in a different color. So if you're planning on painting, to get the color version that maybe has the clear part in the color that you want it to. So this particular version, the clear part is in blue. There's some pretty cool things that you can do with this weapon. So you got just kind of your basic sword, and then you got this extra effect part for that, and you have this sort of like extra add-on part. And so like combined, they make this larger sword, or you can have that like opened up so it looks like you're like kind of pulling the sword out of the sheath there, or you can have it separated into its different parts, like this thicker sword and thinner sword, or in 3 separate parts like that. I guess that smaller part is meant to look like, I guess it's a gun, I guess, that you can make out of that, so that's pretty cool. So it's being displayed here with the Jinrai. I don't have a frame arms girl Jinrai to display that with at the moment, but we'll take a look at some other different options here. When you pop open the bag on the inside, here are your instructions for building that. So that's all there for you like so. And then here is our runners. So it looks like here's our A runner, obviously in this kind of dark red color. It looks very nice. And the B runner, and there's like the main piece of the sword there. And then this would be our C runner for the 2 clear blue parts. So let me go ahead and just get this put together. And here it is all put together, looking very nice and slightly bigger than I was expecting, to be honest. It's pretty large. You do also have this little connector piece here, which you can use by plugging that on the top of there. Then you can plug this onto, whatever kit you're going to have using this, just for storage of that. Otherwise, obviously, over here is our main handle, but then it is going to split open. This part will open up. This part will pop out, but there's basically nothing holding the actual center sword like in place there, so you couldn't have it just like displayed like that. It'll just fall out of there like so. Here's the main sword in there. It's really nice. The gates on the clear part are on areas that won't show, so you won't have any visible nub marks on that. That said, you will have some nub marks on the red part. You just need to sand those down a little bit more, but otherwise just very simple. It's just basically 3 pieces for that. For this section now too, you can use this just on its own as the second sword. The little handle will fold out of the bottom here. I'm having trouble keeping these closed now without that piece in the middle. For some reason, this not wanting to stay closed. But anyway, if you just have onto this handle here, now you've got a second sword like that, but then we can break this down even further. And you can still use that as a sword just on its own like that, I suppose. And then this section here, let's see, fold this down like that, fold that back up like so. Basically kind of work this around to this position here like that, and then your handle will pop down there. This part here at the bottom, you fold that up and out of the way, and there you got a actual range weapon, like sort of pistol sort of looking thing with this really long bit there at the bottom, which looks a bit strange, but there you go. You've got a third weapon in there, which is pretty awesome. So then now on to the comparisons. Now, unfortunately, the handle doesn't quite fit in the hand here of your typical HG kit, so you would need either to use larger hands or to cut open that hole a little bit more, or shave down the handle a little bit so that it would actually fit. But just to give you guys a look at just in general how this compares to the size of it, it's going to be about the same height, if not a little bit taller than your standard HG 144 scale kit, so maybe not quite best used with HGs. With an average size master grade kit like this here, you can see the size. It's still going to be quite large, still going to be a pretty sizable sword, but the size is going to match, I think, probably a little bit better. And I realize it might not make the most sense for a gym sniper to be using a sword like this, but just to give you guys a sense of the size of this, how it would compare to your standard size 1/100 scale Gundam kit, there you go, you've got to look at that. As for 30 minutes missions as well too, the sword is going to be, the handle is going to be too big to fit into the hands of these kits, but you will definitely be able to take advantage of the hardpoint system to be able to plug the sword using that connection piece onto kind of anywhere there on the kit, so that'll be convenient. You'll just need to, again, just modify the handle in order to make it fit. Not that big of a deal. It is going to be large, of course, for any 30 minutes missions kit, but it does look pretty cool. So while you can certainly make it work with different Bandai kits, it's definitely going to be, I think, probably best suited for different Kotobukiya kits, namely the Frame Arms line or the Frame Arms Girl Megami Device lines as well too. So Frame Arms is kind of really what these are mostly made for. It's just that they're very also usable by the different Kotobukiya kits and obviously Bandai kits and stuff as well too. So whatever you end up using it for, it's a really cool set and not that expensive too. I mean, I think this set, if we go back to the packaging, let me check. Yeah, 900 yen for this, so I mean about $8 should be about like that, $8-9 maybe. I don't know. I guess kind of maybe wish that it was a little bit slightly cheaper than that, maybe 6, something like that. Seems like a little bit better, but it is really quite large. A pretty cool weapon if you wanted to have a big, massive sword weapon with some cool clear parts. And again, it's available in a lot of different colors too, so check out the different color versions if there's a particular color you're looking for. That's pretty convenient. So that's it for the Samurai Master Sword, guys. Let me know what you think down in the comment section below. What, if you have this, or if you had this, what kit would you like to use this with? Just let me know your thoughts. What do you think would be cool to use with this? I don't know, there's definitely a lot of master grade Gunpla that I think would probably match pretty well with this out there. So let me know your thoughts. As always, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you want to check out all the different Kotobukiya M.S.G weapons sets and other different Kotobukiya kits and Bandai kits and everything like that, of course, you can check the link to USA Gundam Store down in the video description. USA Gundam Store has a lot of these M.S.G weapons, so check out what we got there on the site. And of course, you can save 10% off everything using my coupon code there, ZakuAurelius10, so check that out. Thanks you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see y'all later. Bye, guys.